Hi everybody, my name's Jason.
Okay,
I'm Jade.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahoo and the Torah channel, and we thank you very much for hanging out with us, for joining us in our little tiny table in the middle of the jungle in a windy day down here before the sun has even risen. We hope that you guys are having a wonderful week, and it is, let me find out what day it is. What day is this on the Gregorian calendar? This is fifth day? Fifth day. Yeah, so fifth day. So it is what you guys start off with a T day. It is fifth day. It is the seventh day of the month. It is the fifth day of the week. And if you guys, for those on the Gregorian calendar, it is the fourth month, the 25th day. All right. I like to plug this because this is very, very important, because this is how we take care of our brothers and sisters in chains. This is what this whole project is about. This project is about helping those who are unable to receive the word of our Creator with His name and with His Son's name, and to be able to get them free Bibles. And so for every Bible that is purchased, for every Scriptures that is purchased, we will be able to throw one full Scriptures into our brothers in chains. And so we already have a list of people. We have a tremendous amount of Scriptures that people have ordered already. And we thank you guys very, very, very much for looking into this and for researching this and for trusting Yah Scriptures. And it will be in your guys' hands in the middle of June. So thank you very much, and for everybody who has just been a part of this project and helped us proofread this, and just for everybody that's out there. You can download everything for absolutely free. It's right here in the download section. Downloads are always in the description below. The first two are what comprises of Yah Scriptures. Those very first two links. That is what you would get when you get the hard copy of Yah Scriptures. And the hard copy is 3,153 pages. It's about 6 pounds. And so also you can get the eSword modules below. Also, the Traditions of Men is the PDF at the bottom. And last but not least is the Amazon books, which, again, 100% of all proceeds that go into these will go into our brothers and sisters in chains. And so we make a couple bucks per book on this, and these are the extracurricular books that have been hidden from most everybody for thousands of years. And so here they are. Gents, how's everyone?
Good.
Cade, you're super tired. You're going to make it through the day. Eli, how you doing?
Good.
Are you good? You make it through this week?
Yeah.
Not burned out yet?
No.
No, nothing at all. Got any jokes? He has a dog sitting right next to him. It's like clawing his arm, clawing his legs. Jade, you got any jokes?
No.
Nothing funny at all?
No.
Nothing. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for not being funny. Maybe you could give me some history of this, though, what we were doing, what's been going on in the life of Shlomo, what's in the life of Yisrael. Jade or Cade, anyone take us back.
Solomon has become king after his father David had anointed him king. His father passed, told him certain people to kill and not let live, because they tormented David during his life. So Solomon went and obeyed his father and killed a whole bunch of the people. And now he saw Yahuwah in a dream. Yahuwah asked him, "What do you want from me? I'll give you anything you want." And Solomon is like, "I want wisdom." And so he gets wisdom. He becomes very smart. People are now coming to him with these problems, and he is using his wisdom to solve them.
Do we have any idea who actually wrote this book? Who wrote all this? Who's telling us about Solomon? Who's telling us? Do we know, Mystical, who wrote anything? MELAKIM? I mean, this would be interesting if Solomon wrote about himself.
Something about maybe possibly Jeremiah.
Maybe.
Or Elijah, I think. One of those two.
All right, here we go. So here we go. 1 Kings 4. And it came to be the sovereign Shlomo was sovereign over all Yisrael. And these were his chief officials: Azariah, son of Zadok, the Kohen; Eli Koreth, and Akiah, sons of Shisha, scribes; Jehoshaphat, son of Achiliud, the recorder; and Beniyahu, son of Yahuyada, over the army; and Zadok, and Ebithar, the Kohanim; and Azariah, son of Nathan, over the officers; Zavud, son of Nathan, a Kohanim, friend of the sovereign; and Akishar, over the household; and Adraram, over the son of Adba, over the compulsory labor. And Shlomo had 12 governors over all Yisrael, who provided food for the sovereign and his household. Each one made provision for 1 month of the year. Okay, this is interesting, right? We're about to get into, I don't know if this is like what all kings had was like extreme excess or something of the sort, or this is how kings were provided for. But I remember back when it was Samuel, right? When everybody wanted a king. And Yah said, if you guys want a king, this king is going to take everything you have. He's going to take your women, and they're going to cook for him. He's going to take your men. He's going to march for him. He's going to take everything you have and take your land. And the people are like, yay, yay, this is all it. But this is the life of a king. And so it's interesting here. It says he had 12 governors over all Yisrael, right? So 12 months, he had 12 different sets of people. And here is the people and what they made. And these were their names. Ben Kur in the mountains of Ephraim. Ben Dekar in Maketz. And Shal-Albam. And Bet Shemesh. And Elon Bet Kanan. Ben Kesed in Arubath. Sokah and all the land of Kepher were his. Ben Abdadab, all the height of Dor. Taphath, the daughter of Shalomah, became his wife. Bana, son of Achilud, in Taanach, in Megiddo, and all Bet Shean, which is beside Zarethan, below Yisrael, from Beth Shean to Abel Mecholah, as far as the other side of Yokneam. This is any reason that you think that we're learning about the chefs or the people who are doing the food?
We learned about Dawood's warriors in the end, like all those like chiefs, all the people who like led his armies. So maybe it's like giving them their one mention because they're important people to Shlomo.
Yeah, because it's like the chefs. It's a different generation, right? Instead of the weapons and war and the warriors and all that thing, you got the chefs. These are my chefs. Look at the strength of my chefs.
Yeah, Shlomo didn't have to go to war like his father did.
No,
he had a much more calm life.
Everyone's fat and in their little chef suits making up food for Shlomo.
Probably better life that way.
Maybe. They're definitely not as fit as they used to be. Okay, Ben Gaber in Ramoth Gilead, the towns in Yair, son of Menashe. In Gilead were his. The portion of Argob in Bashan, 60 large cities with walls and bronze gate bars were his. Achinadab, son of Edo, in Machiam. Achimatz in Naphtali. He also took Basemath, the daughter of Shlomo, as wife. Baana, son of Cushi, in Asher and in Alath. Jehoshaphat, son of Parawak, in Yissachar. Shimi, son of Elah, in Benjamin. Gaber, son of Uri, in the land of Gilead, in the land of Sihon, sovereign of the Amorites, and of Og, sovereign of Bashan, and one governor was in the land. Yehuda and Yisrael were as numerous as the sand by the sea, eating and drinking and rejoicing. Okay, so we're led to believe that there was a tremendous amount of them because we always hear this as numerous as the sand in the sea. And I like to recount when they say this because there's been a lot of times where they said this over armies, over all sorts of stuff. All right, so there it is. That's the huge thing. Let's see exactly what all of these people did. And Shlomo was ruling over all the reigns from the river to the land of the Pelashites as far as the border of Mitzrayim. They did task work and served Shlomo all the days of his life. And Shlomo's food supply for one day was 30 cores of fine flour and 60 cores of meal, 10 fatted cattle, 20 cattle from the pastures, and 100 sheep, besides deer and gazelles and roebucks and fatted fowl.
Did they say that's his daily?
Okay, so
this is what
I don't think that can't be just him. He can't be only.
No, he's feeding his people. He's feeding his kingdom,
he's
right?
That on a daily basis.
Right. I don't know if he's feeding his kingdom, but he's feeding his intermediary people. So let's talk about this.
People at his table.
Yeah, Shlomo would have had him and his kabillion wives, right?
Yeah, I mean,
if he had a kabillion wives, that's probably what he had to have.
We know he ended up with 600 wives and 300 concubines.
He has literally stables of concubines, is what he has.
Yeah.
I mean, and then stables of horses. It's incredible. But from this, he had 10 fatted cattle. So there's 10 cows, right? It says, hold on, fine flour and 60 cores of meal and 10 fatted cattle and 20 cattle from the pastures. So he has ones that are like really super grain fed and fat. And then he has like another 20. So there's 30 cows for every day. This dude is pounding down some serious meat. So this has got to be a
protein.
Well, I mean, all his cleaning people probably eat at his table. All his janitors probably eat at the table. I mean, this is like he's probably feeding every one of his staff. It's probably what we're talking about here. This is just a tremendous amount. Eli, what's a quart?
One quart is 50 gallons.
One quart is 50 gallons. Holy moly. So
50 gallons?
So, yeah, 90 gallons of grains. This dude is...
No, he said 50 gallons, right?
Yeah.
50, oh, wait.
30 quarts, 150. Right?
So is it 90 times 50?
My math
no,
one quart is how much?
Way more. It's 50 gallons. So
One quart is 50 gallons, right? So
yeah.
it'd be 90 times 50. Zero, zero. So it'd be 4,500. That'd be 4,500 if my math is correct.
Oh, that sounds excessive, man.
Sounds
Gallons of grain?
Yeah, gallons of grain. I don't even know how you'd measure.
Grain for shrimpy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just a tremendous amount of food, and that's all in one day, is what they says. So I don't know. That's a tremendous amount of people. I mean, who else was he feeding with that? And I mean, how much of the leftovers? Sounds like a Las Vegas buffet bar, right? They're able to feed every pig from literally after they're done in Vegas every single night. They have hundreds of dump trucks that leave Vegas and dump all this food to the pigs because they had so much food. I don't know if they had that much. Okay, 24. For he was ruling over all on this side of the river, from Tiphax, Hasak, even to Azza. These are hard words to say. Over all the sovereigns on this river, on the side of the river. And he had peace on all sides round about him. And Yehuda and Yisrael dwelt safely, each man under his vine and his fig tree, from Dan as far as Beersheba, all the days of Shlomo. And Shlomo had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots, and 12,000 horsemen. Okay, let's talk about this, 12,000 horsemen. We were just talking, I don't think even the food that he had before, I don't think he could feed 12,000 horsemen with that. I don't think he's feeding his people in the stables. So I don't know who he's feeding, but I don't think even that is enough food for 12,000 dudes that are hungry dudes.
Imagine being in the corner of this and you have to write all this down, and then you just like, you have to witness this, and you're like, oh, this guy eats. It's
enormous
so
amounts. I mean, he has a huge kingdom. Is the bottom line. Is there is a huge government here that people are eating a lot of food, and it's interesting. He has the fatted cows, and he also has the grass-fed cows, which they're absolutely different when you eat them. One is like way different meat, and the other is like anything you eat, like deer and gazelle and things like that are like out in nature. The meat's all different. It definitely tastes gamey, is what they call it.
Easier for him just to pay them and then they buy their own food?
I don't know, because I mean, if he has all these people working for him and they like live in the same place as him, they got to eat there, right?
Yeah, but you could just pay them; they can buy food from.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have a kitchen and stuff, right? They wouldn't have if they.
I don't know if they're living there. They might have like a little kitchen. They might have.
I don't think this is like back in the days, dude. I don't think it's like a dining. I don't think it's like a wine and dine that you can like go in and have your kitchen and all your goods and stuff. I would bet everybody ate around the king's table, or this was all like a big happy family, I would guess. I mean, that was way too much food for like a couple of dudes. Okay, 28. They also brought barley and straw to the appointed place for the horses and steeds, each one according to his right ruling. And that would be a boatload of barley and straw every single day. It would just be a tremendous amount for that amount of horses. And Elohim gave Shlomo exceeding great wisdom and understanding, and largeness of heart like the sand of the sea on the seashore. And Shlomo's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all men of the east, and all the wisdom of Mitzrayim, for he was wiser than all men. Then Ethin and Ezrahkith and Heman and Calcol and Darda, the sons of Machel, and his name was in all the nations round about. And he spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spoke of trees from the cedar of Lebanon even to the hyssop that springs out of the wall. And he spoke of beasts and of birds and of creeping creatures and of fish. And there came from all peoples, from all the sovereigns of the earth who had heard of his wisdom, to hear the wisdom of Shlomo. All right, so there it is. Any one of you have anything left? Eli, anything good?
No.
What's going on, buddy? How's what do you make of this? If you were working for King Shlomo, where do you think you'd work? You think you'd work in the stables? You think you would work? Where would you be?
I don't know.
Where would you fit in?
I don't know. Maybe a chef.
Chef? You like chef? You like feeding animals though too, right? I mean,
yeah.
You're okay with animals, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Shlomo would have to have a lot of dudes take care of 40,000 horses and lots of dudes. I mean, you would have to have tremendous amount of guys, probably like 1 or 2 dudes per every 10, 15 horses or something, I would imagine. But anyway, and these are all like special horses. They're not just like cheap horses. These are like expensive, nice horses from all over the world, is my guess. Okay. All right. With that, everybody, we hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are out.
All right. Shalom.